me pick one of those barriers. You talked about organizations planning and budgeting for safety. And you said if an organization is willing to put part of their money behind safety improvements, then they are serious. Why, though, do you think it's not currently the case? Why aren't organizations planning for and budgeting seriously for safety beyond helmets and reflectors, equipment and different things? Why aren't organizations prioritizing?
I can't speak for all organizations, but I can tell you that for the places I have worked, and I'm assuming this should be common to others, we have not clearly understood how lack of safety affects our bottom line. If we did that, then we'd budget better. We prioritize. Most institutions I know, especially if they're government institutions, their budgets are never enough. So they are forced, therefore, to look at what are the top priorities where I'm going to put my money. And they're going to look at buying equipment, recruiting the best brains, designing systems, removing manual processes. So all the things that we love to do to increase our production. Without a clear understanding that you can do all that, and the workers you will always have to need people. If they don't feel safe, they will not give you their best output. Or if they come to office and they're ready to work and they're excited, but an accident does happen, a fire breaks out, or somebody trips and falls, or somebody's electrocuted or is burnt by a chemical, you don't understand that all that money that you put in has gone to waste because a worker has not been able to complete their schedule that day. Let me give you a simple example. At a quarry, you're operating these huge crushes, and sometimes in the process of the machine crushing, the big rocks get stuck in a channel, and then somebody has to try and unclog the system. And I've seen people go in and try and unclog the system. There's one unfortunate person who didn't realize that the safety, there's a safety lever that you pull, had not been done. And he went in thinking it had been done and he could go and unclog the system, and he turned on the machine and he lost his arm. And we had to run around looking for ambulances, taking him to hospital. So honestly, making sure that every machine is safe. You cannot overestimate how we must make our workplaces safe. And so, yeah, I think those are some of the things we should be looking at and saying it's not just enough to buy good machine. The person operating that machine must know how to operate it and must also be safe.